All right, everybody. We mentioned before the break that we were going to meet a gentleman by the name of Michael Kirshner. He is the co-founder of a company called UDDA. So before I introduce Michael, I'll tell you straight up, I want to just be straight here with everybody, right? So I've gotten into the world of apps and creating my own. And so I talk about it all the time. In fact, somebody sent me a tweet yesterday that said, dude, you've been pushing this thing Sided for so long. What can we do to help? And I was like, bro, you got to be your own brand ambassador. You know what I mean? When you got something, you got to promote it. When you're Howard Stern and you're on Sirius Satellite Radio, you promote your book. When you're Adam Carolla and you're on podcast, you promote your wine. Whatever it is that you've got, you got to be your own brand ambassador. So that's why I push so hard on Sided, because it's something we're building. It's something I really love doing. I'm proud of it. I got a lot of my friends' money involved, blah, blah, blah. So I got another friend who came to me and he said, hey, I've created this app where you can bet with your friends. I'm like, well, what does that mean? What are you talking about? And he's like, dude, you ever been on the golf course and you and your buddies all want to have a game and you like, okay, so how are we going to keep track of this? You actually do these kinds of things on my app. It's a person-to-person betting app. So Browner and I started digging in on it a little bit because we were thinking we could all use this with the great friends. Like we could all be doing football picks together during the week. And then we could keep track of it all, because otherwise Browner got that diary that he holds on to, and he's trying to keep stats in paper and pen. Grande, I told you about UDDA, the UDDA app, and then you and your buddies started using it. How are you enjoying it? Are you liking it?
Yeah, one of our listeners who is my friend, he was like, hey, I guess we talked about it one day on the show, the UDDA app, and he downloaded it and he started getting addicted to fake gambling. It's cool to gamble when it's not real money, I guess. And he was like, dude, he kept screenshotting me like his bets. And I was like, what are you using? And he's like, UDDA. And he's like, you talked about it on your show. And I was like, oh, that's right. So then all of a sudden me and him, well, just as a goof, we'll just be like, what are you watching tonight? Like, all right, let's just gamble on UDDA. So we used it for like a solid couple weeks now.
Yeah. And we'll bet on what? Like just games?
Whatever games. Yeah. Like the over, the spread, just straight up. There's all the traditional gambling ways you can bet are on there, and then you can make your own bet. We haven't gone that far yet. So we pick a game. Normally I'm always picking against the Chargers. He's picking for the Chargers. So I'm winning. I think I got like 26 grand in my bank account right now.
Nice. So, all right, let me introduce everybody to the co-founder of this app. It's called UDDA, UDDA, like Uda man, UDDA. Here is Michael Kirshner on Kaplan and Crew. He's the co-founder of UDDA. What's up, Michael?
Scott, how are you? Thanks, guys. It's great to be here.
Yeah, man. Good to have you here. So, dude, I know for me, I always love it when I find people that are using Sided that I don't know, that I haven't gone out and recruited. And I was having a conversation with a guy the other day. I said, where are you? He said, I'm in Gary, Indiana. I said, how'd you find out? He's like, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter and I clicked on it and I started using it and I love it. So I always like to hear that. You must love it when you hear a guy like Alex and his friends saying that they love the app.
Absolutely. I mean, we, it's designed to be very social in nature. So it's really, we love to hear that, because it's really supposed to be one friend telling another and two friends betting against each other. So those are the stories we really love to hear.
How did this all start? Like, what is the origin of person-to-person wagering? I mean, I think of betting. I think of, you're going to Vegas, you're at a sports book,
yeah.
Or you're, in the old days, I guess you had a bookie, you had a guy, you bet 10 dimes, you got a guy, right? Now people have websites. I don't know if they're legal or not legal, offshore. I don't really know. But what's the origin of person-to-person wagering, which is the concept of UDDA?
Yeah, we wanted to make wagering more accessible. To your point, right? Everybody had a guy, and it was a little bit dark alley, a little bit black market, and it became a little bit more accepted. And it's certainly not as taboo, gambling in general, but certainly sports wagering is not as taboo as it was even 5 years ago. But we really thought there was still a stigma, and it was a little bit intimidating to go out and bet real money, real hard-earned money. And so we wanted to kind of get rid of that stigma altogether and create an app that's really accessible for everybody to take part in, something that's really fun, right? I mean, I don't encourage a lot of people to try and make a lot of money through sports wagering. It's probably not a great way to earn a living, but it is a lot of fun. And even with some of the other apps and other sports books, you still have to deposit real hard-earned wages. And we thought there was an opportunity for us to create an app that's free to play, very accessible, where you have the opportunity to bet against the sports book like a traditional sports wagering app, or you can create all sorts of fun peer-to-peer bets against your friends, or any sort of customized bet, or any sort of customized pool that you wanted to create. You have the ability to do that on UDDA. So we really wanted to break down that stigma, make it accessible to everybody. People who are watching NFL pregame shows now, it's all about the spread, and everybody's talking about the spread and gambling money. But the reality is, we know a lot of people don't like to gamble their money, but they still want to be a part of that conversation. So we developed this app that's really accessible for everybody. It's very social in nature because you can invite your friends in, and it's completely risk-free. And when we say risk-free, it is free to play. When you sign up to UDDA, we are going to give you 10,000 free UDDA bucks. Limited time only. It may not always be 10,000, but right now it's 10,000 free UDDA bucks, and you use those UDDA bucks to bet with. And you can bet our sports book, or you can bet against your friends. And it's literally risk-free. It's risk-free wagering. We will have a mechanism in the not-too-distant future where you'll be able to trade in your UDDA bucks for prizes. So you'll be able to potentially buy things or donate them to charity. But right now, it's a completely free service, and you use your UDDA bucks and you bet your friends, or you bet our sports book.
All right, dude. Alex, I got 40,500 UDDA
40,000?
That's pretty good. If you only start with 10,000, that's real good.
What'd you bet? The hell?
So I'm like you. I kind of bet against the Chargers, which helps me. And what I've been doing.
Oh, you know what screwed me up? Because I was up there for a while.
Yeah.
San Diego State. I kept betting like 10 grand on San Diego State every game. And they just, remember, they just didn't cover for like 3 weeks in a row. That's where I went.
Yeah.
I went broke.
Yeah. Well, check this out. I bet Syracuse last night. I lost some too.
So Michael, here's the thing. I think you're onto something huge here, and let me tell you why. This is my own opinion, okay? I'm with you. You just described me. I actually like the action. I don't love betting money. Here's sort of why. I had this one friend of mine, he's a pretty rich guy, and he doesn't like gambling. And I said, well, why not? What do you care? You go sit down at a blackjack table, lose 100 grand in 30 seconds, and nothing changes in your life. Why do you not like gambling? He said, because I can never make enough to actually get a rush on the risk.
Sure.
Okay, I'm getting that. So like, I don't want to risk real money, but I do want to see how I do. Yeah. What kind of record would I have? How good of an NFL handicapper might I be? And and then you feel like a schmuck, right? You're like, I started with 10,000 UDDA bucks. Now I got 40,500 UDDA bucks. If I would have bet real money, I'd be up 75%. So,
sure.
Or maybe it's 300%. I don't know what the percentages are, but I like what you're saying, because that's the whole point. Is like, I want the action, but I don't want to possibly waste and lose.
Totally. It's totally about that. It's totally about being able to participate in something that's emerging. It's new. This was totally taboo a decade ago, right? Like the NFL wouldn't even allow the pregame shows to talk about the spread on any of their shows, right? And now it's all about the line, and you have all of the hosts and all of the experts picking games against the spread. And so people want to be a part of that. People want in on that. And UDDA gives them that opportunity. And look, I mean, we are trying to carve out a niche for ourselves where we want to really be the major player within the free-to-play space. But we understand fully that there are going to be people who do want action, who are going to want to spend hundreds of bucks on a game. And, we invite them as well. We want this community of wagerers, not, sports wagerers for sure, but all wagerers, people who want to bet on anything. We want to make that accessible as possible. And that's what we're trying to do at UDDA.
Browner, what do you think here, man? You and me kind of started digging in on this because we were thinking that if we started to build, and Michael, you'll have to explain to us how we can do this, but if we could build a way where me, Alex, and Browner all make our picks during the week, and then we have all of our great friends, all the people who are listeners, who are viewers, people who watch on YouTube, people who listen on 1090, if we could get everybody involved in the same game, And I don't know how many people can play in a game, or maybe Alex, how many people have we have like in our fantasy football league, like 12 people or something like that?
Yeah. 12.
Yeah. Like maybe we invite 12 people into our UDA, betting community. I'm not sure how we use the app, but that's what Browner and I have been thinking. What do you think, Brown?
Yeah, the second I saw this, and when I got my hands on it, the first thing I thought of is how could we incorporate the great friends in this? Because we are always looking for ways to get them involved in what we're doing, because they've stuck with us through so many things, and we're always trying to find ways to appreciate them. And since we can't do the boat anymore, the fishing trip is in the works, but it will be on hold until all this is cleared up. We are always trying to find continuous ways to interact with them. And this would be perfect because they think I'm stupid anyway. They want to bet against me to make me look bad. I can't wait to cook some of these fools. Take all their UDA money.
There are lots. Hey, listen, we'll work with you guys. We can create lots of different games and contests that you can invite. You can invite a group of 12, or you can invite hundreds of people. I mean, it's really limitless. So we can create all sorts of betting competitions where they're betting directly against you, or you're in a competition with all of your fans and listeners. Lots of different ways we can do that for you guys, and we'll be happy to help you out with that.
How about we start with like a since we love promo codes around here, how about we start with a promo code where we put like Kaplan or whatever, and the great friends get an extra like $5,000.
Done. So what we're going to do, we'll do that. What we're going to do is if you type in Kaplan with the referral code as you're signing up, we're going to give fans of yours an additional 5,000 UDA, so they'll get 15,000 UDA that they'll be able to bet with. Right now on sports, the minimum UDA bet for sports bets 1,000 UDA, so that's up to 15 free bets just for your fans and listeners.
All right, I have a question. Number one, did that just happen organically where Alex came up with that idea and Michael, you said done, or was that something that you said we should do and I missed that like off air somewhere?
I mean, the beauty of being a few guys with an app, right, is that we can do whatever we want to do. Right? There are no rules. So if that's something you guys want to do, let's do it.
Yeah, it literally just happened organically on air, Scott, by the way. But since we are all here together right now and the Rams and the Patriots are about to play, why don't we all drop a bet tonight on the game? Well, however you want to bet it, whether straight up on the spread, on the over under, whatever you want to do. Let's the four of us right now. Let's drop a bet. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go Patriots going to cover the 4.5, and I'll drop $10,000 on that bet.
There you go.
All right, hold on. I have a question, Michael.
Yeah.
And this is Michael Kirshner, who is the co-founder of an app called UDDA, UDDA, as in UDA Man. You should download their app. Oh, by the way, they have been using our app, Cited, where they've been asking questions about things that you might actually gamble on, utilizing your UDA. Today, they asked on Cited, Patriots have won 4 of 5, but are 5.5. They're plus 5.5 against the Rams tonight. What is the most likely outcome? 30% of people so far say New England wins outright. 35% say they lose, the Patriots, but they cover the 5.5. And 35% so far say the Rams 6+. So I voted on the Patriots will lose but cover. And you can jump in on UDA's comments or their questions on the Cited Debates app. Okay, so let's do it, Alex.
Yeah, because so you think the Patriots are going to cover. I think the Patriots are going to win outright. So that's when I said I'll take the 4.5 points, which is what it says on the app right now. I'll take $10,000 bet and its amount, and you win 9,090 if I win that.
Okay, so I'm betting $10,000 right now. I'm betting 10,000 UDA on the Patriots to cover. So I want the Rams to win. I think the Rams are going to win. But I'm about to bet 10,000 UDA, and I'm going to place the bet. I'm going to win 9,090 and 91 cents in UDA. Hey, by the way, Michael, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I join the app, right?
Yeah.
And let's say I get the 10,000 UDA for free, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say I make a bunch of really hasty wagers because I don't think it's real money, which it's not. It's just fake money, right? And then I'm down to zero. Once I'm down to zero, what do I do then?
Yeah. So, again, we are a free-to-play app, but if you do run out of UDA or you want to be a high roller and wager more UDA, you can always purchase more bucks through the in-app purchase. UDA purchases start at $2.99, so we're not talking a lot of money. And I we want everybody to gamble responsibly, even though it is virtual currency. But if you ever need more UDDA, just go right to the in-app purchase, and you can purchase UDDA anywhere from $2.99 up to $49.99, depending on.
And what does that get you? How much does $2.99 get you?
$2.99, I believe, right now is getting you 10,000 more UDDA.
Oh, okay.
Hey, don't forget, Michael, or I don't know if you're trying to promote the spin and win.
Yeah,
I do that every single day. I
love you guys because there are. Thank you. Every day you have an opportunity to go into our account and do a spin and win. I'm going to do it right now, and it's just like a roulette style prize wheel that you're eligible to spin once every 24 hours, and you can always get some more UDDA anywhere from. I just got 500, so 500 more UDDA today on the.
Where is this on the
top three lines? Top left, three lines. Click that, hit spin and win, and then spin the wheel, and then you win. For all the gamers out there, this is a thing on GTA 5. Where if you go to the casino, you get to spin and get some money for free. It's the same exact thing.
How do you
24
spin?
hours.
I'm looking at the app. How do you spin?
Hit the wheel in the middle.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Okay. I'm spinning the wheel.
All right.
Okay. Browner, are you spinning the wheel right now? I'm spinning the wheel.
I can't even find
I spinned and I got $500.
Me too. I got 500 UDDA.
I did spin it the other day and I got, was it like $2,000, I think? So
yeah,
it's random.
Yeah, it's just a fun way to earn more UDDA, and then you know if you refer your friends, that's 5,000 UDDA. So you can refer 10 friends, that's 50,000 UDDA right there. So lots of ways to obtain additional UDDA. You know, we encourage everybody to take advantage of all the promotion, all the referrals, all the spin and win opportunities. But yeah, if you need to purchase bucks, there's ways to do that within the app as well.
When you brought up redeeming the bucks as you progress in your app, is that how far along are you on that? Because that sounds really intriguing to me. And then secondly, would it be stuff like UDDA stuff, like the hat you're wearing right now, the swag?
Exactly. So we're kind of figuring out exactly what the UDDA store looks like. There'll be virtual prizes as well as actual prizes. Things like this hat will be available. I can see a scenario where a hat could be, 75,000 UDDA. You redeem your 75,000 UDDA. We send you a UDDA hat. We'll have other swag items as well. We'll have some really aspirational prizes. Maybe like large Yeti coolers or potentially, UDDA experiences in Vegas.
AirPod Max.
Yeah, so all sorts of like really fun things. But again, we want it to be accessible. If you want to trade in, 50, 75,000 UDDA for a hat or a T-shirt, you'll be able to do that.
It's like the adult, because that sounds like the adult version of Chuck E. Cheese. When you get all these tickets. You get all these tickets, and it's like, I want that big ass bear. Well, you got to go win more tickets. You got to win more UDDA.
You know what I think it is?
Definitely like I always said, Chuck E. Cheese is like the kids' version of the casino.
You know what it is though? It's like, and I think for us, it's the same thing on-sided. Like anybody who participates and gives you their time and their information, and anybody who is willing to spend their time on your app, they should get something for their time, and I love the word aspirational because it's the same thing. Like if you've collected 10,000 sided points, I want you to eventually redeem those points and get a sided hat or a sided T-shirt or something that says "I'm the champ," something like that. I mean, I want you to get something for your time. I love where you're going with this. Yeah, we love that too. We think it's going to be really beneficial for our users. We think it'll be more fun, more engaging, and and selfishly, we'll get the UDDA brand out there more effectively, right? With people wearing hats and T-shirts and telling their friends. So we're and then posting on social media and everything else. That's right. So Michael Kirshner is the co-founder of UDDA, UDDA. I'll tell you right now, Alex.
Boom! Just won 1,000 UDDA. Spin to win.
Wow. Hey, let me give you my pick for tonight. I want to get involved in this. And I want to encourage all your listeners, follow UDDA on Twitter, UDDA_winner. So UDDA_winner. We've been giving out free NFL picks all season long. The guy who picks NFL games for UDDA is really handsome, really smart, funny guy. Loves Syracuse and is on with you guys right now. He's 49-1-1 on the NFL season. He's 8 games over 500 picking games. You can check it on our Twitter feed. I'm a little bit nervous because I like where you guys' head's at in terms of New England tonight. Yesterday it was 5.5, so when we posted that on side, the line was 5.5. It's down to 4.5, which means the professional gamblers and the guys who are betting big money are also backing the Patriots. I generally like to be on that side. I'm going to take the Patriots for the fun of this competition we have with the four of us, I will take them on the money line, which I had up a second ago, and the money line for the Patriots tonight is
plus 185.
Yeah, so I'm going to get my 10,000 UDA bucks. If we win, is going to pay me 18,500 UDA bucks. So I just placed that bet. We'll place it against the sports book this week, and next time I'm on, maybe we'll place bets against each other.
All right, I'm in. Okay, the app is called UDDA, UDDA, as in UDA Man. You can find it in the Apple App Store. You can find it in the Android store for those of you that are Android users out there. And I'll tell you right now, we got ourselves a four-way competition. I took the Patriots to cover. Alex did as well. Michael, you took the money line in the Patriots. Browner, what are you doing in this game tonight? Big Brown, you're going to take which side are you going to take here?
I'm taking the Patriots. Money
right, so all of us are on the Patriots.
Money line Patriots too.
I like it. I like it.
All right. Hey, Michael, congratulations to you and everybody from UDDA. Thank you to UDDA for using the sighted community as well. Appreciate that. And we'll talk to you again real soon, man.
Thank you, guys. Great to be with you all.
All right, everybody. For those of you that are still with us here on the YouTube and the